Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to make this pretty maxi dress with a side cutout. I'll be using about 1.5 meters of stretchy knit fabric and yellow scraps from a previous project. Also this red shirt as my pattern piece. Now you're going to cut around your shirt, and there's no need to add seam allowance because this is very stretchy fabric. So I didn't really add seam allowance, but if you want to add seam allowance, you can. It'll just be a looser fit. So now I'm going to cut down to my desired length of my maxi dress and then just finish it off there. So here's how the pattern piece looks like, and make sure that you cut 2 pieces the same way. You can just cut directly over the first pattern piece so it's the same exact as the back pattern piece. So now I'm going to do my sleeve piece. I'm going to fold it in half and also place it on the fold of my fabric. And I'm not going to add seam allowance to this as well because once again I'm working with very stretchy fabric and there's no need to add seam allowance because it's going to be loose if you add extra seam allowance. So just cut directly around it. And I'm also making the length longer because I want it to be up to my wrist. The sleeves on this top is kind of shorter than my actual arm length, so that's why I'm adding it to make it longer. So cut 2 pieces as well. Now I'm just cutting a strip for my neck piece just to make it clean on the top. So on my first video I made, I show exactly how you apply this on the top. Now I'm getting ready to cut my side on my front bodice. So I have my ruler, and basically you can choose how big or how small the side cutout is going to be. So I just randomly picked a small rectangular shape. And mind you, since it is stretchier fabric, it will end up being larger. So the smaller you cut it is probably safer for you. But it is up to you on how big you want your cutout to be. So I'm also going to hem the sides to make it neater so it won't be all flappy. So here are my front and back pieces, my 2 sleeve pieces, and the neck piece for the neck binding. So as you can see, I have sewn my dress together, and I've also added an elastic band behind the cutout on the wrong side of the fabric just to add more stability and strength so it won't be all floppy. So when I hemmed it on top of the elastic, and this will also make it easier when it comes to inserting the grommets, where I'll insert my yellow straps through. So this is how I did it. I just zigzag stitch all around, and here's the right side, and it's just an easier look. I have zigzag stitch all around. I should have used a darker thread, but just to make it easier to see. And here are my yellow scraps that I'll be using and making into small stringy-like shapes. So I have cut 3 strips from my yellow scraps, and I got these after sewing or stitching the sides and turning it inside out. And now I'm going to just play around with what kind of design I want for my cutout. But before that, I'm going to be adding grommets in my clothes, and I'll be doing this by inserting like silver eyelets. I have a separate video that shows exactly how I do this, and I explain it in more detail. But right now I'm just going to go through it and just show you how I inserted one, and that's what I did to insert all 6. So now I'll be inserting these strings through the grommets, and you can play around with what kind of design that you want to create. I'm just going to do mine's right across from left to right. You can do a zigzag, or you could do crosswise. You can do whatever you want, but for me I just went cross side to side for my design. So here is the style that I came up with. I knotted the sides or the ends just, for like an urban look. but this is what I decided to do. So you can do whatever style that you want, but this is what I went with. So here's the finished look of the maxi dress. Thanks for watching my tutorial, and please subscribe and thumbs up.